Welcome to the first episode of Spiedel's Federal Tax Minute, a weekly podcast covering federal tax news and tidbits brought to you by Spiedel Publishing. I'm your host, Catherine Zidane, the editorial director at Spiedel, and this week we're covering the new schedules K-2 and K-3 and which entities are required to file. The latest buzz in the tax world centers around the bombshell dropped by the IRS in mid-January when it revised its Forms 1065 and 1120S instructions to state that even domestic partnerships and S corporations with no foreign activities or foreign partners may have to complete and file the new schedules K2 and K3, which are up to 19 and 20 pages each, respectively. Schedules K2 and K3 were designed so that information is being reported consistently to make tracking foreign tax attributes easier for entity owners and, more importantly, for the IRS. The main motivator for requiring all domestic entities with no foreign activities or partners to file these forms is to assist their direct or, for multi-tier entities, indirect partners or shareholders who complete Form 1116 foreign tax credit. To accurately complete Form 1116, taxpayers will need information from all entities in which they have an ownership interest, even if the entity has no foreign activities. Fortunately, the IRS walked back the requirement for many domestic entities for 2021, but the schedules will be required for 2022 returns. Unless these entities can document that none of their partners or owners will have foreign tax items or credits that will be impacted by income received from the entity, they'll be required to complete schedules K2 and K3 next year. The good news is that if the entity has no foreign activity, the forms are actually relatively easy because they require only a few entries. For some of our small S corporations and partnerships, the ability of their shareholders or partners to claim the foreign tax credit on the Form 1040 rather than the Form 1116 will mean that the S corporations or partnerships will not be required to file the schedules K2 and K3. Unfortunately, the shareholders or partners may not have all of their brokerage statements in time for the entity's filing deadline, so it may still pay for the entity to complete the K2 and the K3 anyway. Going forward, every partnership or S corporation will have to either affirmatively reach out to each of its partners or shareholders, both direct and indirect, to verify that they will not be filing Form 1116, or complete and file schedules K2 and K3. Due to the potential penalties that apply for failure to file these forms and the likelihood that partners and shareholders may provide inaccurate information about their filing requirements, it may be best for practitioners to consider filing the K2 and K3 schedules for all partnerships and S corporations. Failure to timely comply with these new requirements may subject the partnership or S corporation to severe penalties. The primary penalties include failure to file or show information on a partnership or S corporation return in an amount equal to $195 per month per partner or shareholder for up to 12 months, and failure to file correct information returns, penalties of up to $280 per return up to $3,426,000 for 2021. For more detailed information on these schedules, we have a 2-hour webinar on June 9th that will cover everything you need to know regarding when the schedules are required, how to properly prepare them, how to move information from Schedule K3 to Form 1116, and more. You can register for the live or on-demand version of this webinar at caltax.com under the Webinars tab. That's all for this week. Join us next week for another episode of Spiedel's Federal Tax Minute.